don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel it.
Well, the onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with the Miami Dolphins. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
That is on the return. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott, and he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after him early.
Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
10-10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Second and 5. Here's Garoppolo tossing quickly out wide, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Again to Elliott. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
McMillan on the tackle.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. First carry for Raheem Mostert. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. The drive starts with a completion left side. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
Now a give to Breida. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. The give is to Elliott. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Dolphins 3, 49ers nothing.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
21. Here we go. Check 9.
Garoppolo. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And a short return to the 6-yard line.
Intercepted by the Dolphins.
When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll find Williams on the slant. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
14. First down, Miami.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Williams. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Second and 16.
Here we go.
He's going to air one out. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
2nd and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards there and a first down. So So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
39-yard line.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo taking a shot for Samuel. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Fix the score, Niners 7, Dolphins 3.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Grant on the return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point seeding.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
A gain of 22 yards.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he's going to have this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 7.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Eric Armstead in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Devontae Parker was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going deep here for Parker. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A big run that time by Elliott. 51 yards.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
No, check that. 21. I'm going to run you over. Tighten up.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. On 2nd and 12. Garoppolo looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Gun. They'll look to throw. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown.
The kick is good.
And his kick is good.
It's the score, Niners 14, Dolphins 10.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he'll go out of bounds, but 10 yards inside of enemy territory at the 40. Great return. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. Fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101 tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They run again with Breida, and he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it, and he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he's trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception. Really a bad. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score a touchdown. Richard Sherman, a Pro Bowler a year ago, had a pick 6 in the season opener last season against Tampa Bay, and he delivers again with a return for a touchdown on that play. Gold with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On second down, Elliott. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there for the Dolphins. 55 yards.
First down, Miami.
Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it, and they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Niners 21, Dolphins 16.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Dante Pettis on the return. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
At the 36-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
16.
Just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Check me out. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. I got you. 51 the mic.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
I'm coming after you. 11.
A first down carry by Elliott. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down.
Strip that ball.
They'll run with Elliott. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
On the carry.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm. Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Run there by Matt Breida, and he spent the early part of his career in San Francisco sharing the backfield and sharing the ball. What you really want with him, open space and make sure he's touching it, because he can take it from 0 to the end zone in a very short amount of time.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Eric Armstead able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
11 on the play. First down, Dolphins.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. He's going to let it fly. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Pass rusher extraordinaire, Dee Ford that time, getting the sack. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. They'll run with a former Bear and Eagle. It's Jordan Howard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
But it's 4th down.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Niners take over in terrific field position. They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Again, it's Elliott. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Kyle Van Noy. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
24. 49ers 21.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Open man is Samuel, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. One final try now for Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
49ers.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Miami, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll have